last time around these two teams played by a bit of a comeback. Let's see what happens this time around as we get into Team Singularity. Kings Clan, it's map 3, over to our casters.
Thank you very much, Brycey, and once again into Domination, and let's see how it goes this time round. Singularity, though, are the ones that you feel as if they are slaying a little bit better, but have Kings Clan eventually warmed up here this morning, Bobby? It was a very, very slow start from them. 4 maps in a row they lost. They were on the verge of going out here, but winning that S&D has given them hope in this series and hope in this tournament. Can they compound their efforts here on Domination and take a lead in the series?
Seeing them play as well as they did in Search and Destroy probably gave them hope. It gave me hope as well. As somebody who loves good competition, I definitely wanted to see these two teams really go at it. So seeing them hop into Domination should be very interesting. This is actually a mode that Kings Clan has really struggled on so far, not in regards to the fact that they haven't been able to get map control or capturing the points, but it seems like they've never really played the score streaks that are going to be most advantageous to help them win this. We've seen a lot of times where they've been very far ahead early on in the game, and they end up losing at the end because they don't have a counter for the score streaks the opposing team's coming in, and they also don't have some of those higher value score streaks like the Goliath, the VTOL. They do tend to have the cluster strike, but none of those score streaks that really last a long time. So we do see them getting some progress on the B flag. It looks like they're going to be able to close it out right there, and that's not too surprising to see. What it's really going to come down to is whether or not they're going to be able to get those score streaks online that are going to give them the best chance of winning.
It has come down to a lot of score streaks, hasn't it? And this is coming down to a bit of a rotation around the map. Is anybody going to be able to get there? It's not looking likely as Nox and Inferno pick up 2 piece apiece. Good play by them. It will keep Singularity off that B point. But it's interesting to see how the score streaks do work out this time. I remember the Goliaths that we had up top 10. I mean, it's just so difficult to combat against that, isn't it, really? And now Kings Clan, they don't need to do a great deal. They need to sit back and wait to see if the push does come through. But we can see Singularity trying to distract with pushes towards the home hill. This might be a good opportunity to get a hold of B, actually. But Inferno up top for Kings Clan should be there to clean up the pieces. Can he find the shots to find the kill? Not quite. Is B going to go over towards Singularity? Yes, it is. Ice blocking Head for Death, putting together some kills as well. It's a very, very good move by Singularity.
Yeah, that was a pretty big missed opportunity for Inferno. He had the power position, ultimate overlooking spot onto the B site, but just wasn't able to pick up the kills right there. We got Head for Death with the War Machine. Actually ends up suiciding right there, and that's not what you'd like to see if you are Singularity. You're trying to get max value out of every one of those operators, and that's another really big factor in combating some of those score streaks. A lot of times the best way to go up against a Goliath or a VTOL is with an Annihilator or a War Machine. So you typically like to see players play a little bit more passive whenever they do finally get those into play. It's actually Singularity retaking the lead right now after a little bit of a slow start. We may have a retake over on the B flag, and we do coming in for Kings Clan, but we can still see right here, they don't have a whole lot of high value score streaks in play right now. We'll take a look at some of the other players to see if there are any. It does look like Inferno has a Goliath, so that's definitely a good sign for them.
Definitely is a good sign. Goliath now available for Inferno. So can something happen here for Kings Clan? Can they take a lead in this series? They do have a hold of B, but we are going to be heading into the half in a second. Looks like Kings Clan aren't going to be the first ones to get there. 75 points is the limit for one side, and they will tick that in with a 7-point lead heading into the second half. If you're Kings Clan, are you happy about that one there, Bobby? A 7-point lead, is that enough, you feel, to really warrant anything different from Kings Clan, or do you just play the same game in the second half?
They should definitely be happy about a 7-point lead, but at the same time, there's been so many games where we've seen them with the lead going into the half at Domination, and they've just not been able to close it out because, like I said before, they hadn't been playing those correct score streaks. We do have Inferno, not only with a Goliath, but also with the Pred Missile, which is one of the best counters for a Goliath on the other team. So another thing they're definitely going to have to take into consideration is how they use their Pred Missiles and try to hold on to those as long as possible to get max value out of them. It's an easy one-shot onto a Goliath, and when you consider how many points it takes to get a Fred missile versus how many points it takes to get a Goliath and the amount of damage that a Goliath can do, it's absolutely worth it to keep holding on to that, even if it is for a little bit longer than you would like to. We do have solo caps, a little bit of progress on the B flag coming in for King's Clan as well. If they're able to close that B cap out, there's a very good chance that they'll be able to come through in this game.
You would think so, but looking towards the stats, Singularity so far within this tournament have outperformed King's Clan in domination. At this moment in time, King's Clan have struggled to slay on domination. Only it is actually Nox that has a positive KD across this game mode, but on the other side of things, Singularity, every single one of them positive, -1 player in Ice Block throughout domination. So Singularity feeling confident on domination, and they may feel confident about getting this B hill here now as well. We can see the kills are coming through. Can Sem find the second kill? Not quite. It's going to start getting to the point very, very shortly where streaks are going to start coming into play. And if you're Singularity, it has to be from you. They have to be proactive from Singularity. They have to make sure they find something with these streaks. We can see the kills are starting to come in now, though. There's 3 in a row without answer, and this may well be B. XZ, though, is going to make the push with a shotgun. He's going to shut that one down as well. Inferno starts to call in streaks as well himself. So here we go for King's Clan as well. It's only a 5-point game still. Nobody will get a hold of B. Here come the streaks as well. This could be B for Singularity. There's not enough of them there, though. And look at all those kills coming in here for King's Clan. Yeah, the pressure is still here for Singularity, though. They have pressure in the maps where they need to. They have got control of 10. They've got a lot of pressure on the B already. They may just take that in. They're very close to doing so. Is there anybody there to clean up for Singularity? Not quite. And here comes the Goliath into B for King's Clan. This could be the game for them now.
Yeah, so this is the point where you really wish that you had a friend missile in play if you are Singularity. We actually see one coming in to save the Goliath right there regardless. Still not able to get control of the B flag. Inferno's going to hop down onto it in very good chance. He does close it out right there. However, we got 2 Goliaths in play. Neither has a ton of it. Actually, Head for Death is currently at max HP inside of his Goliath. That's going to be an easy A cap for them. We do see all King's Clan over on the C side of the map, so once that cluster strike clears out, should be an easy take for them. But Head for Death inside of Goliath, and he has one on deck. More than likely, we'll see them throw that down for Ice Block, who has not managed to get a whole lot of kills so far this game. Getting him inside the Goliath will likely get them better value, and like we've seen in the past, King's Clan struggling in the second half of domination. We've got a double cap in play right now for Singularity, and they may have the triple cap. They do. It will be A taken right here for King's Clan, but it is now advantage going to Singularity.
Oh, they defended the split so well. They had both home hills in their hands, their Singularity. They defended it well enough. Then, of course, King's Clan have to retake something. It takes away pressure from B, and all of a sudden it was a small 3 cap. They get a hold of B. They've got what they want. They've got the lead, and they are only around 15 points or so away. This is not impossible for King's Clan to come back here whatsoever, but what sort of streaks have you got? We can see a Head for Death with the Goliath out as well, but B is being captured by King's Clan ever so quickly. The kills just started to rain on through. They get it very, very fast, and all of a sudden, that is enough time for them to catch back up. Can they manage to do something here? But Nox on the other side of things doing massive damage with the Goliath. He is going to go down. But is there anybody there from Singularity to make the push? We can see the kills start to rain on through. Mostly for King's Clan. If you're Singularity, you must go now. You need to get a hold of something. But at this moment in time, King's Clan, they have that win condition. The smokes are down. Can Singularity close this one out? They're very, very high stack on towards B. They're already 2/3 of the way there, but they can't get anybody on it. King's Clan are just throwing everything at B, but so are Singularity. Is anybody going to get some sort of break? Angel and Nox doing so well, but it's not going to be enough. King's Clan take it 150 to 148, a 2-point game. What a performance.